guys, it's Sarah, and today is Wednesday, which of course means it's Top 5 Wednesday. As always, Top 5 Wednesday was created from Lainey from Ginger Reads Lainey. I'll link both her channel and the Goodreads group down below in case you want to do your own Top 5 Wednesday. I feel like it's been a while since I did a Top 5 Wednesday. I just didn't really do all the ones in the month of November, but I really like this week's topic. It is Top 5 audiobooks. There's just so many books that I've listened to on audio, so this was actually a really easy topic for me, so I'm gonna get into talking about the 5 that I like the best and the reasons why I like them. Coming in at number 5 is Dark Life by Kat Falls. It is a book about a boy named Ty who is about 15 years old. I think it's more of like a middle grade book than a YA book, and basically it's kind of like a dystopian setting where you have like two options in the world. You can either live topside above the water in like really crowded space, or you can live subsea. And so Ty was born and he's been raised underwater, and it's really cool because it's almost like a Wild West sort of book but underwater. Ty and his family live and like farm underwater, and they farm like fish and other stuff. It's really, really cool, and it just makes you feel like you're under the ocean, especially because you're listening to it on audio. And there would be like scenes where it would talk about Ty like being in a submarine and seeing like schools of fish like swimming by as if you'd like see a bird fly by, and I just thought it was super cool. And I really liked the narrator. I thought he had like a cool, fun, spunky voice for Ty's character. Coming in at number 4 is Ella Enchanted by Gail Carson Levine. Ella Enchanted has been one of my favorite books for many, many years. I read it in elementary school and I have always loved it. It's kind of a middle grade book, but it's really, really good. And I know there's a movie with Anne Hathaway in it, but I think the movie's terrible because the book is way different and way better. I read it physically when I was a kid, and then about like 2 years ago I listened to it on audio. I just really, really liked the narrator, and I mean, I'm just really nostalgic of the story in general, but I would really recommend it, especially if you've never read the book. And because it is a middle grade book, I think the audio helps you just kind of like get into it, and I think that the girl who does it is perfect for it. Because let me tell you something about audiobooks. Sometimes female narrators for books will be like way older than they should be. For example, I listened to 2 of the Hunger Games books on audio, and they chose this woman who was literally, I promise you, like 50 years old, and it made no sense because Katniss is supposed to be like 16. It's like so weird. I don't get it. Coming in at number 3 is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. I have a hard time getting into fantasy series sometimes, and so I find that listening to them on audio kind of helps them like speed up. I really enjoy that, and An Ember in the Ashes was really great because it had 2 actors, because there's a female lead named Laya and there's a guy lead named Elias, and so I really liked both narrators. They were really good actors, and they just did a really good job voicing people and like doing the action and talking and acting, which is what you do in an audiobook. Number 2 will be no surprise to any of you, but it is The Diviners by Libba Bray. I think a huge reason that I loved The Diviners is that I listened to it on audio, and let me just tell you, the girl who narrated is an amazing actress. Obviously, I've told you many times on this channel, and just so you know, it's a book that takes place in the 1920s, and it has a huge cast of characters, male, female, different walks of life, different races, whatever. She did such a good job for each chapter. Like, she did all these like New York 1920s accents. Like, there's one guy from Harlem and his voice is great, and there's another girl who's a flapper and her voice for her is great, and then the main character's voice is different, and then she also voices the lead murderer guy and does a super good creepy job doing his voice because obviously he's a murderer and like creepy, whatever. So for any of you who are like, yeah, I tried to read The Diviners but it's so long or blah blah blah, I couldn't get into it, listen to it on audio because she is so good. I promise she'll make you like it, and if she doesn't, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. And coming in at number 1 is the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. So let me just tell you, there are 2 versions of the Harry Potter series on audio. Obviously there's like a European British version, and then there's also an American version. I can't speak for the British ones. I know Stephen Fry narrates those, but Jim Dale narrates the American ones, and Jim Dale is amazing. He is so good at voicing all the characters. Like, his Hagrid voice is on point. His Dumbledore voice is great. Snape voice, his Voldemort voice, everything. He is just so good. The only voice that's annoying is like when he does some females, like his Hermione voice is not great. But I mean, how is a like 50-year-old man supposed to do a Hermione voice? I don't know. If any of you have been like thinking like, hey, I would really like to reread the Harry Potter series, but it's a big time commitment, you need to listen to them on audio because Jim Dale is amazing. Hashtag Jim Dale or fail. Okay, so that was my list for this week. It's getting super dark. I'm like so close to the camera right now because I'm like, where's my light? My light, it's fading. I'll actually show you the sunset in a second if you want to see a little Boston sunset. Look, it's the Boston. Whoa, oh my gosh, I just fell. Oh my gosh. Look, it's the Boston sunset. Isn't it beautiful? I hope you enjoyed watching this. I hope you heed my suggestions and go listen to all these audiobooks because they're so great. Thanks for watching. You're all beautiful. Have a nice day. The earth has like land in the water. You know, the thing that happens, like, this video is getting like progressively darker as I film. It's literally like 5 o'clock, and let's be real, in Boston it gets dark like in like 2 seconds.